Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Astronomy Arcade. My name is Victoria, but you can call me Vicky, but today, it feels like it's been ages. Jesus.
Yep.
You can call me Iara, because it's Dungeons & Dragons night.
No space. D&D.
It has been a hot minute since we've gotten to play D&D. Normally we play every Tuesday. Unfortunately, lots of extenuating circumstances has caused Tuesdays to be a nightmare lately. But we're back, at least for this week and next week. And then maybe Vicky has some work conflicts, but at least for 2 weeks, we're here. We'll talk about it. And we're jumping back into the campaign that Mac has been running, a classic 5th edition style campaign, and I'll just pass it over to him because honestly, I barely fucking remember where we left off, so I sure hope you do.
We destroyed your apartment.
Oh,
Yes. We will get to that.
You
Specifically,
suckers.
I did most of the destroying of the apartment.
You sure did.
Yep.
Chaos Queen.
Yep. So, thank you, Vicky. Last we left off, our intrepid band of adventurers found their paths of fate crossing yet again in the grand city of Essos. The day of the Starlight Festival, and just so happens to be the anniversary of when you had lost a previous party member, Rin. You guys all sort of stumbled upon each other in this city with some awkward introductions out of the way. The day progressed, and you guys found yourselves in the open air promenade as this Starlight Festival began. This beautiful meteor shower that cascaded across the sky, illuminating everything in this beautiful blue and purple light, and was interrupted by a large explosion. Through your guys' heroic instincts and magical abilities, you guys saved a majority of the crowd from harm and injury, and were able to track down the perpetrators that caused this to happen. It happened to be an individual that you had run into before, a vampire by the name of Gelthul. Battle ensued. He was slain yet again, and managed to escape, as slippery undeads tend to do. But he left behind some things. Articles of a resurrection spell, components needed to bring one back from the dead. And as you all were planning the next steps, trying to uncover this strange mystery that has fallen into your laps, in Iara's apartment, you were attacked yet again. Another vampire trying to retrieve these stolen goods. Battle ensued. Allie, in her dinosaur form, Kool-Aid Man through the wall into Iara's bedroom. You guys ended up having to give chase after they had seemingly, through trickery, stolen what they thought would have been 2 of the 3 components from Iara. And through the use of the daylight spell, Allie ended this vampire's life for good.
Right on.
And if you guys want to go ahead and describe your characters, and we will kick things off.
Hell yeah. Also, thank God the vampire's dead, because the amount of references to Sinners I would have made if we still had a vampire in the playing field. Ooh boy. If you haven't seen Sinners, go see Sinners. Anyway. Caleb.
Don't put that into the universe.
You
Mac
guys
has full
got
control
full
over that.
Caleb.
Oh, right. I forgot our first one. Hi, I'm Amanda. But tonight I will be playing Caleb, the paladin fighter of the I work for the Raven Queen, and nobody but the Raven Queen. And that's about it. Oh, no. The most important detail is that I have a familiar who is a raven, and his name is Edgar. That's very important. I forgot who's next in line, but you go ahead.
Grant is next, but Mac, can you either turn Amanda up, or Amanda, can you pull your mic a little bit closer to you?
Yeah. Also have my gain down, I think.
Oh, that's actually, if it's closer to you, that's much better.
Move it
Is this better?
close as you
This is
possibly.
as loud as I will be talking. Closer? I can't! It's gonna break! Okay, we're good. How's this?
That's good.
Okay, I had to move it, and so it's like stretched out like it's gonna break.
It's not gonna break.
I know. It just looks
It's
extreme.
okay.
All right. Anyway,
Grant.
Yara or Grant. Wait, who's next? Sorry.
Okay, hi, I'm Grant. I will be playing Allie. Allie is our druid barbarian multiclass who has a habit of turning into scaly, toothy, clawed things that eviscerate things she doesn't like.
And my wall.
Also, I promise I'll fix it. Anyway, she does have some anger issues when people try hurting her friends, and is really, really hoping that Yara doesn't follow through on her threat to attempt to at least kill her. She's not terribly concerned whether or not it would work. She just doesn't want to have to defend herself.
I think I destroyed
And is
your
also
kitchen
looking.
yet. Sorry, go ahead.
And she's also looking really sorry.
And your window. I jumped out it.
I haven't.
I'm just reminding you of the damage so you can get mad. You know?
Yeah.
Good in
I
character.
appreciate that. It's good. It's
Yeah.
helpful. My name's Vicky. But in the intro, as I said, I play Iara. I am the Wraith magician. I am I'm a sorcerer, right? Hold on.
Correct.
It's been a minute. Yup, I'm a wild magic sorcerer with a little bit of bard tossed in there. I'm the Rave Magician. Think Charlie XCX if she had magic. I am currently pissed. I'm so mad for so many reasons. But I'm sure we'll get into that in gameplay.
Okay.
Oh.
What's
Well, with
Oh, I just remembered I was looting the body. Anyway.
we left
That's
off
where
on
we left.
that?
Yeah.
Looting the ashes specifically.
Yeah.
yes, consulting through the ashes of this vampire. There is also an actual body still in your apartment, I believe, as well,
Oh no, yeah.
that did not disappear. You can assume that they were not an undead individual.
So now there's a body that I have to clean up in my
But
and all
none-
the fluids. Oh god. No.
Nonetheless, we do open on the three of you being back in the alleyway, having just toasted this vampire. One individual chasing them through the house. They entered out, and Allie's daylight spell slowly dimming in this space. What are you all doing?
Looting the body.
Okay.
Ashes.
Looking through it, you don't find much.
Okay.
Yes.
Mac, sorry, can you remind us the thing that they took that we started chasing them for, what was it?
Yes. So when all of you where the hell did I make note of this?
Didn't they grab
I think-
something from me?
I think you made a
They
fake.
took Iara's bag, which had her spell components, the
Right.
the spell shard, and the illusion of the spell book. That was
Yeah, but I have the
That's
actual book.
I just
I think at the very end of the episode before Caleb started looting things, Iara got that back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not why, but for some reason I cannot find the spot in my notes where I wrote that shit down.
It's okay. we got you.
hang on.
It happens. Also, Highland Jersey, hi V Mandarina, how you doing?
I don't like that I don't know where it is. Anyway.
It's okay. We told you
I
what we
did
got.
some reformatting. Anyway, so as you are looking through this individual's ashes, you find a few things. You do find Iara's spell components.
Okay.
The small bag that she has that holds everything in it.
I just I just hold it up behind me as I keep digging through, like, towards Yara. Like, found your bag.
Thanks. Tie a bag
you
on
find
my
one
hip. Sorry.
one other smaller bag that has a few gold in it, about 7, a couple of copper pieces, not much, and a single small pumice stone with a rune carved into the center of it that you would immediately recognize as a sending stone.
Oh, okay.
It's a pumice stone?
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that looks like a sponge?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, strange.
Interesting. I just pocket it.
I'm not gonna try to call it.
And Galthul on the other end here's the clinking of pocket change.
Well, we'll figure out who the other end goes to later. I stand up and kind of like shake my hands or like wipe off my hands.
Wait, isn't Galful dead?
No,
Wait, this was a random vampire.
The different one.
it was. They're good.
A different one who looked similar to one that I saw while scrying, if memory serves.
Correct.
Oh,
We
so
can
Galful the
assume-
vampire is still out there,
Yeah,
doing a little Irish
Just-
shake somewhere.
and I think he
That's a
was
reference,
working for
sinners.
this dude that we just killed.
Or working
Right?
with.
Yeah.
And as far as Galthul goes, I think for the next couple of days he's in a weakened state, if memory serves.
Mm-hmm.
Is it days?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
think.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, in the meantime, you guys can stay in the temple with me. I have a space when I'm here.
I have a house. I did. I did have a house. I don't think they're gonna keep renting it to me. After this. There
I'll
is a
talk to them.
body that's probably bleeding through the floor and maybe into the ceiling of the cafe. I should probably deal with that.
I'll help. And when this is over, I will spend however long it takes to fix it.
Sure. And she goes back up the stairs
Okay.
to deal with the body. I'll loot that body.
As all of you are moving back around the corner, you would see Quill, the Aarakocra barista that lives below, or that runs the shop below where Iara's.
Is Quill also my
apartment is.
landlord? Is that like...
No.
Different. Okay. Quill also
Totally.
pays a landlord for the downstairs. Okay.
Yes, totally different.
We're in this together.
Who is currently just looking down at the broken glass and pieces of window panes that are on the ground below them, and is sweeping bits of those off of the tables
I'm
that
sorry,
are located
Quill.
directly outside of ER's apartment. Just looks to see all of you. Just gives a bit of a quizzical, like,
It's
Sorry,
fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's
Raven Queen business. No worries.
They attacked us.
Never mind. Just continues sweeping.
Quill. You know what? Never
Can I
mind.
have those pieces? Can I have those pieces when you're done? I'll just be doing some repairs.
Are you going to try to super glue my window back together?
We can just buy a new window.
Yeah, that's at that
You've
point.
literally seen you've literally seen me mend things. It'll take a few hours, but I'll do it.
Have I? How high is of a spell is mending?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
This
That's
is why
fine.
I'm saying it'll take hours. She's gonna be casting this like over and over and over and over again. It's something that would probably take her the better part of a day, I suspect, based on how much damage has been described.
I'll just tell the landlord that.
Freak tornado? I'm not sure that's gonna work.
I'll take responsibility. Don't worry.
No, I could just say like a big bird.
Edgar looks a little
Not-
bit offended.
Edgar, you're very small. I was talking about your owner. Flew through my window from the outside, though. And that's
And
not-
burst through your wall to your bedroom.
That's the harder part to explain, yes. I never said it was going to be a good plan or a convincing one, but we need to deal with, and I look at Quill, we need to deal with the thing that we left upstairs. So I'm gonna do that. Sorry, Quill. And I...
Allie's absolutely following to try and help and try and make things a little better. But as she goes, she also says, if we finish things up with Galthul before your landlord finds out, we can just fix it as if nothing ever happened.
I mean, my landlord is, like, usually out of office. Like, he's more out of office than he is in office, so, like, it's probably fine.
There's a chance.
I just would enjoy, you know, sleeping in my room without a direct line to outside. You know? That's unfortunate.
I said already you can stay at the temple.
I don't want to stay at the temple.
It's cozy enough.
It's made of marble and rock.
The beds
I
are
d-
actually quite comfy.
I look for a sheet to tack over the hole.
And coming up into Yara's apartment, really taking in the full amount of devastation that you all caused, you do see Yara. Excuse me. Oh man, don't try to breathe beverages, guys. It's not good for you. Looking at everything, the couch and things that you have in the corner are sort of flipped over, where most of your dishes and cutlery were on shelving above your little pan for a sink are broken, as that is where the vampire was shunted into the wall by Caleb.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And there is a strangely dinosaur-shaped hole
It's like the perfect
leading
setup.
into the bedroom.
I walk through the hole. I walk through it, and I go to the dead body in my room.
Yep,
And I
just
turn
in the
to look at
doorway.
you guys, and I go, I get whatever's on this fucker. For this.
Caleb just gestures like, be my guest.
Do you have anything
I
on
guess I'll check the imp if it's still there. I doubt there's much on it.
Oh, did that
to be
disintegrate
safe.
or something? Or is there a dead imp also bleeding on my floor?
The imp did dissipate when slain.
Okay.
So, but looking through this person's goods and wares that they are no longer going to need, this rather lithe and slender Goliath, which is unusual to see. The tattoos and markings that correspond with individuals of this heritage, very prominent on their face. Iara, you find a grimoire that you would immediately recognize as someone else's spell book. In
Does it say
Infernal, which
property
I
of?
believe you read.
Oh, I do read Infernal, yes.
And you would notice that it is just exactly what you would expect. Relatively low level in terms of the types of spells that are in here. You're able to understand and sort of suss out what all of them are. Fairly basic. But you do find these 3 smaller green crystals on their person. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. I think I'm bad at that. But I'm not too bad at anything because I have the Jack of all trades thing. Well, so with Jack of all trades, it's you add half your proficiency bonus rounded down. So if I start with... Oh, wait, no. Just kidding. I understand how math works. So I get a +1 in Arcana because I have a -1. So that's 10.
10?
I'm not a good magician. I just am one.
There's a difference between learned and
Street smarts.
natural casting.
Yeah.
One
I just kind of feel it
has
out.
more knowledgeable about the other. Anyway, you have not really seen things like this before, and are not entirely sure what it is. You could assume that it's potentially used as some type of magical component or something along those lines, but exactly what and for what reason you're unsure of.
Okay. I will pocket those for now, and I'll put the spell book on my bookshelf.
Okay.
Just slide it on the.
Okay.
Collecting trophies.
All right. What are the two of you doing in this time?
I mean, Allie is for sure tacking up a sheet after what Yara said. On the inside, so she doesn't have to look at the hole while she's sleeping.
Thank you.
Yes, I try. And I think that's the most that Allie's going to probably be doing, unless there's something that shows up that she would feel she needs to look into.
Okay.
Caleb's just cleaning up as much as he can of the kitchenette. Like picking up broken cutlery and stuff,
Okay.
and then trying to put. There might be like some stuff that's still not broken. And he's just like looking up at the broken cabinet.
As if Allie sees you cleaning up bits and pieces, she says, "Don't throw the pieces away. I will need those."
Okay. He starts trying to like piece them together as best he can to make it easier for you.
You guys really don't have to do this. Just, I'll deal with it later. I do want to deal with this right now, and I think I'm going to cast, can I? Oh no, I can't dimension door someone else, can I?
You can.
I can?
You and one other person can go, yeah.
But I can't just send one person, right? That's not me. Right?
Let me read the spell.
I don't know if I can.
There's door in the name, so let me give it a little look-see. Yeah, you do have to go with them, unfortunately. Yes.
Okay. Okay. You guys wait like 5 minutes. And I just do a little quick disguise self. And just disguise myself as the most boring ass looking, no offense, just boring ass looking white man. And then I just heft the dead Goliath up on my shoulder, dimension door out as far as I can.
Okay.
500 feet.
Okay.
Drop him on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You can make me roll to see if it's like in a good place.
Just.
I'm sure there's some back alleys with conveniently placed.
I mean, I know
Roll me a
the
D20,
city.
Yara.
Huh?
Just roll me a d20.
Okay. I also have to roll twice on the wild magic table, or like twice to see if I get wild magic. You want flat? Or you want me to add anything?
Yep. Yeah, just flat.
14.
Okay.
Also, I just got a nat 20 for one of my wild magic table rolls, and I think when we discussed this, we decided that we wanted to do 1s and 20s.
We did.
Is that right? Okay, give me one moment. It was the first one I rolled, so I guess this would, if it's a specific effect on a spell, it would be the first one, which was the disguise self. Okay, let's roll. Should I roll from the... No, it's over there. It's too far. Okay. What is it gonna be? That is 17. A festive cracker appears right next to you. A festive cracker
Okay.
appears right next to your ear and explodes with a loud bang, and the sound of a small kobold laughing. You become deafened. Oh, reference! I forgot about that. You become deafened until the end of your next turn. So I go. Give me 1 second, and I go like this, and the loudest, right next to my ear that you guys probably hear, but doesn't deafen you, and I'm like, fuck!
Cannon strikes.
I can't hear, but I'm gonna take him. Well, I'm gonna turn this down so I don't scream at all of you. I can't hear, but I'm gonna take him to. Am I yelling? I should probably.
He like gestures to lower your voice.
I'll be back. And I
She's going to get herself killed.
Yep.
All right. And in this bright green flash that the two of you are used to, Iara and the body dissipate, leaving a stained pool of blood on the wooden floor of Iara's apartment. And Iara, your feet hit the ground in this sort of back alley space that you know of quite well, just as you hear the clanking of boots rounding the corner, leaving away from you, as you can assume the two individuals just left this alley.
Great. I drop the body and I go opposite direction.
Okay. It is with this heavy thud onto the ground. It is remains are left there as you just begin walking away from this area.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I come back 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
I'm mopping up the blood on.
Okay.
Okay, I dealt with our problem. I still can't hear.
You're still yelling.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Take it down.
Oh, until the end of my next turn. I guess that's not that long.
You'd be able to hear.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
ringing
okay.
has subsided. You might have a little bit of tinnitus in that one, but you know, you're vibing.
Okay, it's been dealt with.
Hmm.
So.
We were
Sorry.
talking about going to the Masons Guild.
Mm.
Yes,
Right.
but I think there is a better idea now. And he pulls out of his pocket the sending stone. Now that I know you can disguise self, do you think you could maybe replicate our friend we just killed?
I mean, yeah. And I do that. But you knew that I could do that. Do you not?
No, we've never. Wait, hold on. This is Amanda asking. Have you ever done that when we were kids?
We
Did I
literally,
answer?
when we first got
Actually-
back together, Iara disguised
Oh shit,
herself
that's right.
as the
See, that's
waiter.
just Amanda. Okay, Caleb didn't say that, but he would just be like, yeah.
Brother.
I turn into a Goliath. Ooh,
No,
look
no,
at
no,
me,
not-
I'm a
not
big
him.
man.
No,
Ooh, I'm gonna break your
No, it's-
walls. Okay.
Not him.
That's what
talking
you
about
want.
the-
Is that? And I
No.
switch back to myself. Is that not what you wanted?
No, I'm talking about the vampire.
Oh. How many spells have I used? I gotta write this down.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, so you Dimension Door, that's now the third disguise self.
And I'm gonna roll for both of those on the wild magic table. So 1 moment.
Oh no.
I mean, we do
Fireball,
need
please
to
no.
take a rest, so we could just do that, and
That's a
then you'll be
nat
fine.
20 on the second one.
Ooh,
Boy.
what does that mean?
It means that I have to roll on the table, and I
Oh,
got
okay.
94. I'm surrounded by
Alright,
faint ethereal music for the next minute.
Cute.
So I turn into the vampire, and then I am like,
Yeah.
"You guys hear that?"
Can we? Can we hear that?
Faintly.
Okay.
Okay, we don't need the theatrics that much. I
It's-
appreciate it.
Not intentional.
Right. So we could either figure out who's on the other end, or we can infiltrate. Well, I guess we have to We need a plan.
And plans are usually based on information. And
Right.
we have got a general idea where to look, but we need more specifics, which is why the Masons Guild might be useful. And it might be also useful to stop by Triss's shop and see if there's anything that can help us out, especially against vampires.
Garlic, steaks.
Those really work.
Mm-hmm.
Not letting them into your house. Hey, I have a complaint. I didn't say he could come in. I've learned a lot from the movie Sinners.
I. If
They don't follow the rules.
Okay, no, that's not entirely false per se. But is Yara actually questioning this?
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time discerning what is your guys's.
That's
you
fair.
guys ripping off one another.
That's
and
fair.
what is actually your character is actually doing.
I actually, well, what is the established lore in? I don't actually know the established lore in D&D for vampires.
Oh, I will explain. It is, in terms of folklore and fable, it is much the same as to what we know nowadays. And there is a large discrepancy of what is truth and untruth in that regard and what is actually real. I will say Caleb knows probably more specifics than the two of you do, but having dealt with vampires yourselves previously, you would know entering a home without being invited properly is not possible.
Okay, then if that's like even if I didn't know that, if it was like a part of the lore, I would have jokingly been like, "Hey, it seems like they're breaking the rules." But I would bring that up. Like, how'd they get in? I didn't tell him he could come in my house. Is that like a myth?
I don't think vampires like him play by the rules necessarily.
If you guys would
Could I-
like, you could roll an intelligence check for me.
I
Yeah.
would like to do that.
Oh, that is not my strong suit, but okay.
Me neither. Oh.
7.
Hmm?
Now if it's
7?
Now if I can apply a nature check, it becomes an 11. But I don't think that really helps.
Keep that in mind.
17.
Wow.
4, I rolled a 1. No, wait, I didn't even roll. Did I roll?
So I'm the one that questions it and then
Oh,
goes, "Wait,
okay.
hold on."
Yeah. You're thinking back on it, replaying the play-by-play in your mind. You do remember Ali reacted to movement before the vampire entered. And it was where the imp seemingly was and where the other Goliath was that were invisible. And then the vampire appeared.
So they
So it
snuck
seems
in
as
and
though-
invited.
A humanoid, other than yourselves, was on the premises previously.
And they invited him in.
And they invited them in.
Don't let him in. If I've learned anything from Sinners, if somebody asks, "You want to come in? Can I come inside?" Fuck no. You asked? That's weird. Fuck no. It's funny because I work as front of house at a theater, and I was like,
No.
and I went with theater people to go see it, and we were like, we're not gonna be able to let anybody in the theater anymore. Anyone that asks, we turn away at the door. They're a vampire.
No, get the fuck away from here.
Exactly.
Actually, who says that? If you're expected to be somewhere, who's just like, "Can I come inside?"
Exactly. That's why
Immediate-
y'all gotta watch
Immediately reach
Sinners.
into pockets and pull out steaks and cloves of garlic and say, "Back, fiend."
Eat the garlic. Eat the garlic. Prove you're not a vampire. Anyway, okay, enough.
You're not a Starian. You can't bite my neck.
I only let my virtual boyfriend do that.
Yeah, he's the only vampire.
Complimentary garlic bread to anyone who asks if they can come in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'll just try stabbing them with a wooden stake through the heart and see if they live. It's like the witch thing of like
Oh, God.
if you throw someone in a river with like rocks tied to their feet and they don't float, then they weren't a witch. They're dead now, though.
Answer the door with the huge steak, and you're just like, "Hi, how can I help you today?" Like,
Iconic. Say, howdy. What now? Thanks for resubscribing, Sig. Go see Sinners. I'm talking about vampire lore. But
While
anyway.
While we're still on this topic, just some little tidbits of information that you guys would have come across as well, just to clarify everything and get things out of the way. Vampires could not enter a home unless invited by one of the occupants. They are harmed by being exposed to running water.
Oh. What?
Things with...
How running does the water need to be?
Can I throw water at them?
Yeah. Does it need to be a naturally occurring running water source kind of thing? Like a
Control water.
Potentially.
we got this in the bag, guys.
I feel like this is becoming... Control water is going to become like a signature spell of mine.
If you manage to take a piercing weapon made of wood, i.e. a stake, and stab it into the heart of the individual, they become paralyzed until it is removed. It does not outright kill them.
Hear me out. We build the stake, and then Grant throws the stake with water into the fool's chest.
I have a halberd. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
that's a big ass stake on one end.
And
We should cut it.
they are hypersensitive to sunlight.
Mhm.
While in direct sunlight, they begin to take damage, and they are disadvantage on attack rolls and things while being exposed to sun.
Dude,
I
we're gonna
suddenly
win.
feel like there's going to be a giant target on my back. Because 2 of those things I can pretty easily do with magic.
I'm sure he's for that, and we're gonna die.
This makes Grant nervous, not so much Allie. Okay.
Thanks for stopping in, Sig. We'll see you next time. Also, they had a great
Izzy.
joke. The water's only at a light jock. You gotta really give it your all. Like running water. It's funny.
That's
Anyway, see you next
Keep
time.
it up, buddy.
Nice. All right. So with that information out of the way, those are things that you will all know at the party, and Caleb has confirmed in his time away.
Okay.
Slimy little bastards.
Galtho's always been good at finding loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
So,
what now?
So we have the general vicinity. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. You're answering the question.
Oh, so we have the general vicinity where Galthul is. Do you know what? So what do you know, Iora? I'm sorry. Allie.
I was like, I don't know jack shit.
My
You
bad.
guys showed up here and destroyed my apartment. I don't know anything. All I know is that we just killed a vampire.
Allie
What
looks
was it,
very
Charlie? I'm
guilty
talking about
again.
Allie.
I think Allie would describe exactly what she saw again, up to and including the fact that it was masonry that she saw the entire time she was watching Galthul. Now,
So we.
clarifying question for our DM,
yes.
because you said the guy that we faced looked similar to the guy that I saw in scrying. Are we talking a family resemblance? Are we talking twins?
No, we cousins. Sorry.
Because
Sinners.
we went from scrying to they're there.
Broken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, much like the way that every white man with a beard looks at... No, I'm kidding.
No, that's funny.
Wait.
No, that's funny. No, that's fucking funny.
As one who gets asked with a modicum of frequency, wait, weren't you just here? Yeah.
Can confirm.
No, it was hilariously. We went to a plant store this weekend, and the lady there was like, "Weren't you here with your friends last night?" I'm like, "Not to my fucking knowledge." What are you talking about?
It's so funny.
She's like, you must have a doppelganger. I'm like, okay. That's creepy. Why are you trying to expose my personal affairs? What?
I was really hoping, this is a side note actually, I was hoping she was still gonna be there when I went in the second time, and I changed clothes and everything. But that day we went, I ended up going back because I wanted to get that pot that I showed you guys in the picture, and she wasn't there. I was like, damn it, I wanted her to be like, it's here.
So
And I was gonna be like, no, what are you talking
what
about?
if she just says that to everyone and just hopes that at some point someone says yes?
She
it
just
could
says
be
that to,
small
like
talk.
every couple in hopings that she's gonna break them up someday.
I know, low-key I thought about that, and I was like, what
We were
if...
there together.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay. Anyway, side note.
you were at a plant store last night? Bitch.
What do you mean?
Um,
You told me you were out getting milk. Sorry.
with scrying being the spell that it is, and I was getting cigarettes from the corner store. With the scrying being the type of spell that it is, it's difficult to make out individuals in their periphery, as it is focused on the one individual or location that you choose. So, to your recollection, looks like the same person.
Did we get a name?
No, you did not.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Didn't ask either.
Didn't want
No,
it.
I mean, did Allie get a name in the scrying?
No.
Okay.
He didn't have a little dog collar or something.
Yeah.
Not that kind of vampire.
Sewn into the back of his coat. Like, belongs to.
No driver's
Boy.
license, nothing like that.
No.
Okay.
He didn't get the
Little
real
heart.
ID
You
in
did
time.
not get a look at a tramp stamp or anything else on
Damn it.
Damn.
Oh god.
No slave scars that are written in Infernal. Sorry, another Baldur's Gate reference.
Just rip off Baldur's Gate. All of a sudden, a giant red tiefling appears in front of you. I'm just kidding.
Arlag!
My wife?
Please, I need another barbarian to back me up. Anyway, yeah,
Anyway.
I would just describe what I saw, and
Okay.
probably specifically mention that it was masonry that I saw, and
Yep.
we might be able to get some information on specific locations because it looked like they might be underground. No idea where.
Right. So it does sound like for now the Masons Guild is step one.
Okay. What
Right.
time of day is it right now?
Yeah, I need to sleep.
Right now, it's about 11 o'clock
Oh.
PM?
a.m.
Ah.
I mean,
Well, let's go.
spell wise and
hours.
HP wise, Allie's doing fairly okay. She's a little roughed up.
Yeah, same.
I'm
I have a good chunk of spell slots, but I think I'm 20 HP down technically. But
I mean, we're gonna go talk to the Masons, and then we're not gonna are we gonna immediately leave? Not right.
I wasn't thinking we would.
Okay, then I'm fine to
you
go.
might have to stop Caleb, but yes. Amanda knows it's not a good idea.
Caleb is very
So what are you
Kai,
doing?
huh?
Huh?
Caleb
Allie
and
has
Kai
her
rush
rights.
in. Okay, so Mason's Guild. Let's
Guess so.
go. As we walk out the door of my apartment,
You go first.
I go to lock it, and then I look at the hole in the wall. And I'm like,
If you want, we could move a cabinet in front of the hole.
it's fine. And I still lock it. And then we leave. It's fine. I don't
DM, I have a
much
question real quick
Yes.
before we see. Did the Masons Guild have anything to do with the Raven Queen Temple? Did they have a hand in building that?
That's not necessarily knowledge that you would have.
Okay.
It's not like, the city of Essos has been around for millennia. Not millennia per se, but a long, long time. So you're unfamiliar if the Mason's Guild has been around for that long, at least this particular sect of it. You're not sure,
Okay.
but it's made out of stone. It might have been.
Okay. No.
Off to the Spire District.
Okay.
We're off to
Well,
see the spire. Sorry.
heading that way, traveling yet again through the Duskin Promenade, you guys do see where you were at the night previously. The base of the spires, before truly entering past the threshold from the promenade into the upper city, the Spire District. See now again for really the first time. Ali witnessed this previously this morning, but the large hole that has been blown out the side of one of the spires, you see a bunch of individuals with mason's tools, and people picking up the rubble, assessing damage. You see Crown's Guard that are sitting there, forming a ring around the area as people that are walking by, kids being hoisted on parents' shoulders, just kind of looking and pointing and asking their parents what's going on, and lots of murmuring around this area as you pass it. Entering into the actual district itself, you ascend these small staircases leading up past this very finely crafted stone archway that delineates the section of the city. And there's a definite change in craft of the architecture here. Much finer stonework. Each home and house and building is created of this beautiful white and golden marbled stone. It's been finely polished and hewn in place. And walking a little bit more, you do see the spire that is dedicated to, let me look at my notes, the Earthshakers, the Masons Guild of this region, where you see at the face of the spire this sigil that is a clay pot being held by two hands, reaching out and holding it in place. And it is lively here at this time of day. There are many people coming in and out. These spires are massive, by the way, maybe 100 feet in diameter. And the entire city level outer shell of them is full of different entryways and shop faces and people that are buying goods. There are carts being loaded up with large cut stones and things. There are shipments coming in. There's yelling, the sound of animals clattering through the streets and things. It's bustling at this time of day, and especially now, as people are trying to get stonework over to the spire that had been damaged.
Ali, do you see any that looks familiar so far?
Does any of the stonework ring any bells for me?
What you had witnessed in your scry was much more of a cobbled stone, a less refined craft. Lots of little tiny pieces that have been stacked, almost looking like river stone. Very worn and weathered smooth, before it was placed into the thing. Nothing that you're seeing here is very reminiscent of that.
My thought is maybe we see if they've got any records or detailed, just like maybe a detailed maps of passages. Because it didn't look like this kind of masonry. It definitely looked older, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Or at least put together not by people who like square edges.
Okay.
Is there an entrance or a sign that
There
says
is.
archives this way?
Or a front desk
Unfortunately,
of some
no,
sort.
there's not. There is the main entrance that you can walk into, meeting with some of the guild members, going into the actual interior of the spire. You are met with very faint torchlight in this space and the sound of hammering and chiseling happening. As around the edges of this interior, you see large stones being moved and hoisted with these giant, imagine wooden pliers, as five people are pushing this stone and flipping it. That's about the size of a cart. As many other individuals with large chisels, some with saws that you see that they're actually sawing these pieces of stone into these beautifully shaped blocks to be utilized in other space. There's others that are chiseling very beautiful insignias into slabs that would be inlaid into a floor. You see one actually that you would all recognize as the symbol of the Raven Queen, this beautiful ornate mask that is being carved, something that would typically be hung over top of a doorway into someone's home that worships said deity and that kind of thing. And you do catch the eye of one individual, this rather broad orc female, this orc woman, half orc woman. The tusks kind of protruding, the pale green skin, and this very finely braided black hair that drops over the shoulder as she is mid-work, yelling orders to these other individuals, herself holding a chisel. Sorry, can I help you?
Hi. We're looking to see if we can find some records about the city, specifically stonework.
Well, you've come to the right place, but I don't. Record keeping's not our strongest suit. What's this all about?
Just doing a little research.
How vague?
I describe what I saw. Omitting the details about Galthul, I'm just describing the stonework. Does that sound familiar at all? I think it's subterranean.
Could be.
Are there tunnels under the city?
I mean, there's aqueducts and things that move water from place to place. There's the catacombs in the temple district. If that's something that suits your fancy, but you know, not a whole lot of people really like to go down there.
Is that in
we're
my
looking
temp-
for someone who'd probably not. We're looking for an area that's probably not very frequented. So, is that
Geographical question. How close is the temple district to the place that we sussed out Galthul would have gone? Just out of curiosity.
Opposite direction.
Opposite direction. Okay.
The temple district is north of the promenade and it sits directly next to the Spire district. You saw him moving south.
Is that where the Raven Queen temple is?
In the temple district, yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, there's loads of underground sewage and things that happen that have been built up over years and years and years. Like,
anything specifically that you can think of down in like the southern part of the city?
I mean, yeah, in the Outwall district, there's a lot that's been going on down there. I mean, it was the first part of the city that was ever built, so.
Okay.
Could be.
Do you know anyone who? I mean, I know you said records aren't exactly your strong suit, but do you know anyone who might have some specifics about what may have been there? I know it's an older part of the city, but surely someone knows.
Okay, you're gonna want to talk to Thrud. Hey! Throw it! As
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
just call me Gore,
Oh, thanks for the help, Gore.
of course.
Beautiful work, by the way. He gestures at the mask.
Oh, that's yeah. It's a common commission around here. Lots of people like their form of symbology to be plastered on, their magnificent doorways and things of that nature.
Right. Okay. He kind of takes a step back.
Bad Gore. Do you do
Anyway,
do you do walls?
I think that's carpentry.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the next spire over.
As she's about to start chiseling again at this piece of stone, just kind of looks at you,
Never mind.
kind of gestures to the spire. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's something there.
It's probably expensive, right?
It's really like your open-ended questions.
I'm sorry. I've been through a lot in the last hour. And I didn't get enough
Yeah.
sleep.
Here,
Okay.
let's go look at this over here. I lead you to something.
Rough morning. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for Brood, as I'm looking at this.
You guys
I
see.
think I'm gonna. I whisper to Caleb. What, you think I'm gonna fucking talk? I'm not that tired.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just making sure you seem nervous. We don't want to gather attention.
I'm exhausted.
Understand, I am too.
Always.
You guys see coming from the backside of the spire, walking extremely slowly with this metallically fashioned cane that has 4 prongs coming off of the base of it. This very hunched dwarven individual whose beard is scraping the ground as they walk. There wrinkles on the forehead that look as though their eyes are almost shut, and just this bald with sun splotches on the top of the head is very painfully and very slowly just moving to the front of the spire.
I walk over to meet them.
Yeah.
Same.
The face of a bulldog is what you described. I'm very excited.
These very heavy set, bushy eyebrows that just sort of tie the whole piece together of this individual as they see you approaching Allie and looking up at you. Yes!
Hello, greetings. You must be Thrud. I'm looking for some information about the south side of town, specifically underground stonework, old underground stonework.
Yes!
Shall we sit? Caleb says kind of loud.
Do you need to say?
What?
Do you need a chair?
What?
Do you want me to get you a chair? Do you need a chair?
Yeah, please.
Yeah? Okay, hold on. I go get a chair.
You guys see the half organ woman is just sort of looking at you and has this snicker across her face as she's just goes back to her work.
As I pass by her to grab the chair, I'm like, was this a prank?
You asked for the knowledgeable person.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Caleb is grimacing so.
Probably a few decibels, more than a few decibels louder than she normally would. Allie describes what she saw.
Okay. They take out this small horn from their pocket and take a handkerchief and clean the end of it and hold it up to their ear. Sorry, what was that?
She repeats herself.
Caleb's pacing in the background.
Can I?
Yeah, that sounds like the Southern District. Yes, Yara.
Oh, never mind. I forgot that listen is not a skill in this game. It's in the other one, and I was gonna use skill empowerment to give him some help to hear. But
That is perception in this game. It's just lumped into one.
okay.
Oh. Yeah, sight and listen are just both in the same thing.
Are we having issues
Okay.
with with communication?
Not fully yet. Allie leans in and just gently gestures at the horn really quick, and then once Trude is ready to listen, she says, "Can you be more specific? Are there any places specifically in the Southern District that you can think of that would have masonry like that?"
Yeah. I mean, probably most of it was built. Oh. We started work on the new sewer system and aquifers roughly 300 years ago.
You worked on it?
That was when I began my apprenticeship.
How much of it do you think is still
Haven't
usable?
retired yet?
Well, we shut down the old systems as they became too difficult to maintain. And built new ones in their place, which is what is used now.
I take out the map and I say, "Can you point out any entrances that you can remember?"
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
They gestured to a few places near the actual coastline. That those are most roughly where the
Gathering information, I'm laughing too hard.
where the outspouts led into the ocean. I don't believe those were covered up because of the tides and how high the water comes in.
Makes perfect sense to me. I have one more question, Trude.
Yes.
Say you wanted to hide in that area. Is there any one place you can think of that would make the most sense to hide?
Why would someone be hiding in the sewers?
Hypothetically.
You've heard of bad people, right? You've heard of
What?
people who do illicit activities?
Illithids? What they want?
Yeah, illithids. We're looking for illithids. They might be in the sewers. Yeah, we're hunting some illithids. They're in the sewers. We gotta get them.
Let's not start a new pack before he had a spider.
Very strange questions.
That's what
No?
I'm being told. No?
Never saw any illithids down there.
What if there were methods? Where would they be?
I don't know. Am I supposed to know this?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, maybe we don't yell at him.
we're just
Caleb walks away for a moment.
Sorry about him.
Friend's very mean.
I know.
we're working on it.
Friend is a strong word.
Ouch. Okay.
Allie casts a bit of a glance at Yara and then says, "If you wanted to hide anything down there, is any place as good as any other?"
I mean, probably.
Okay. I mean, you've already helped out a lot. Thank you very much, Thrud.
Are you, not to be rude, Thrude, but are you... You know what? Thank you. And I pat him on the shoulder, or I go to shake his hand or something.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast a general cure wounds on this man to see if it, like, I don't know, takes a little bit of the pain out of his back or something.
Yeah. And Allie will take a moment to rummage in her backpack and pull out some of the tea she's harvested over the years on her adventures, and says, "This one's really good if you like tea, or if you have someone who likes tea."
Oh. Oh. My hips feeling a little bit better.
He specifically got, what's my spellcasting ability modifier? Is that my spell attack?
Charisma.
No, charisma. I know these things. Oh, he got 10 hit points back.
Ooh.
Why, thank you. Youth is so kind nowadays.
Were they mean to you before? Who was mean to you? Through I'll kill them for you. That's what you need.
Side quest.
What? That's unnecessary, Iverson, but thank you both very much. I must be getting back to supervising.
Of course. Let me know if you need anyone dead that's mean to you. I'll deal with that.
Lovely violent request.
You know, sometimes that's what you need.
We'll give them a behavioral adjustment. I loop my arm around Iara and walk away toward Caleb. How did I become the nice one?
I am nice.
You just offered to kill people.
For him. Yeah. That's nice.
I think that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing to do when there's a reason to.
Yeah, I offered
Okay.
to get revenge for him. He's old. He can't get his own revenge anymore. Did you see him walking?
The difference between revenge and justice. We'll have this conversation later.
Listen,
That's
I
the
just
same thing.
I just know that when I'm old, I want someone to be able to do that for me. So, I'm providing it for him. If I get old. Anyway, do we have some tunnels to go spelunking in? Is that what we're doing with our Monday afternoon?
Let's stop by Triss's shop and just I wanna see what she's got in stock really quick.
Sure.
If that's okay with everybody.
Triss is also they. I've drilled it into my
Oh,
mind
they.
now, because I kept thinking of Triss from The Witcher.
Yes.
But yeah, let's go visit.
Okay.
All right. Well, heading back towards the promenade outside of the Spire District, you find Portable Potence, the shop that you are all very familiar with.
Is the suit farmer still there?
Entering into the shop, off in the corner, you do see this rather ordained piece of golden armor.
Allie lets out a practically performative sigh and just hands the silver piece over to Caleb.
And what?
She hands the silver piece over to Caleb. Because I think
You guys had a bet.
at one we had a bet whether she'd sold it.
Oh, that's right. Caleb would have remembered that. He just kind of like if he could smile, it would be what he just did. It didn't really look like it, and he puts it in his pocket.
Amazing.
Okay. And you guys would see the slender dragonborn.
Do they have any customers
sort of-
right now? Sorry.
There's one in there, seemingly. This smaller halfling man who is perusing.
Instant suspicion.
I just want to make sure before I yell something at them.
Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, Grant.
who is perusing the spells, little potions and things that are off towards the front counter, and you see Triss is up on this ladder, about 15 or so feet into the air, getting up on one of the upper shelves, pulling out other small vials and things. Um, Ordained in this very lavish red and gold robe this time, their eyes glowing to match the color of what they're wearing, and these twisted pieces of metal that are wrapped around the spiraling horns. Very exuberant, as you are all used to.
Love it.
Welcome in. Oh, it's three
Hey,
of you.
darling, it's your favorite customer, and these two.
Hey, Tris.
I'll be with the three of you in a moment. As they slide down the ladder, handing a couple more vials over to this individual. I believe you would find this rather to your liking if this is more your style. And they continue their conversation a little bit. If you guys would like to peruse, you're more than welcome to.
I very much would. Anything that's useful in killing vampires.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you guys are looking for besides the vampire killing type?
I think Allie would like, if there's like a magic item that allows her to have just a charge of daylight ready to go without a spell slot needed. Allie's absolutely looking for that.
Okay. What about the other two of you?
Any cool weapons?
And a melee weapon that's preferably enchanted.
Oh, does she have any really sharp wizard wands?
The wand of stabbing.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The wand
That
of
was
stabbing.
that was good.
Hello, I would like a
I-
wand of
It's a
stabbing.
wand. It's a wand of spike growth that doubles as a stake.
I love it.
Anyway, sorry.
I don't actually
So-
need that. I can get that from the freaking table chair, probably. Wait.
Perusing around, seeing
Sure.
things, there are a number of enchanted weapons that are back behind the counter that you can clearly see, though, that do give off this faint magical aura to them. If there's something particular that you're looking for, we can see if it is there. In terms of finding things to hunt and kill vampires, immediately on you guys perusing about with those plethora of jars and other spells and things, there is blessed oil that you can find. You're not seeing any wands of stabbing or anything of that like,
Damn it.
besides the typical wands that you may or may not find. But with Triss finishing up with the customer, so you all seem in rather good spirits. Hope you've had a good morning.
Hmm.
No?
Allie just casts a guilty-looking glance at Iara.
There's a
Edgar's
hole.
chuckling.
There's a hole in my wall where I sleep, the size of a dinosaur. And I threw a dead man in an alley because he was bleeding on my floor. A vampire is dead now. That's good.
Do you have anything that can help
But
us
we
kill
met
more
the
vampires?
nicest man. This is old guy at the Mason's Guild. He's perfect. Anyway, go meet him.
It's
Through
been 2
anyway.
hours since you were here.
I know. Yep.
Besides obvious therapy and other medicinal substances,
Oh, I have those already.
what can I help you with?
Do you have anything that can create the effect of daylight?
We're hunting more vamps. Apparently, we're freaking. What's his fucking name? Dracula. Shit. What's his name?
Belmont?
cool.
Trevor?
No.
I actually do.
You have.
As a matter of fact, she goes back and pulls out this small crate and pulls out this small, like 2-inch diameter glass globe. This is what they call a drift globe. It is rather fun artifact, very common for those that go dungeoneering, as I'm sure the three of you are familiar with. Um, you simply speak its command word, and well, for a shot, as she throws it into the air, and it floats up towards the top of the ceiling, and there's this blast of light that emits from it, as bright as the sun in this space.
Jesus. Warn a girl next time.
I assumed that my enunciation would have been anyway.
That's fair. That's fair. No, you're right.
Quite handy.
It looks like it would be. Do I dare ask how much?
Surprisingly enough, and they snap their fingers, and the globe returns back to them. Um, it unfortunately has one use per day. Not that powerful of an enchantment per se, but
I really hope we only encounter one vampire per day, personally.
for
But
the three of you, friends and family discount, I'd part with it for 200 gold, the cost of the enchantment.
do we
I don't
have?
think we've ever really talked about how much
Yeah,
wealth we have at
do we
12th level.
Have
Yeah, I have no money. I have $0.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, I've got the 12 that I got
gold.
off Galthul, and I've got 10 from character creation.
I work. I have a
You
job.
do. You do.
So I don't know what that entails. I don't know what my regular income is looking like, but of the three silly billies,
Here's
I
what
have
we'll
the
do.
steady employment.
Here's what we'll do. I will have each of you roll me 2d10. Iara, you get to add an additional d10. So you have
Ooh.
steady employment and tips.
So 2d10 as in we're rolling them. We're just rolling like the highest we can get is 20 or 30. Or you mean
Yeah, just roll 2d10 and tell me the total.
okay.
13.
7. I'm poor.
And
Okay.
I roll an extra.
I have 14 because I pickpocketed, so.
Even with 3, I only have 15.
Okay, so multiply that by 100, and that is
Oh.
how much gold you.
Oh, 100.
Okay.
Adventuring pays the bills quite handsomely. So,
What would 2 copper pieces be in gold?
like a point,
Okay.
It's a penny. It's essentially a penny to a gold piece.
Okay.
a penny.
Okay.
A silver is $1. A gold is $10.
Okay. You said a couple copper, right? So that'd be 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
roughly. So,
I mean, Allie would absolutely hand over the coin for that.
I can't afford it.
Or
you have 700 gold.
No, I have 140 gold.
You just
Wait, what?
the d10s that I wrote that you just rolled. That is how much gold you have times 100. So you also have an additional 700 gold.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
what we were
I have
just figuring.
$13,000. No, sorry, 1,000. Can you just? Sorry, Amanda's doesn't do math.
Okay.
How? Give me my money later.
You have money.
Have money.
Okay.
So,
but
We
Allie
all
would
know I'm bad at
absolutely-
math.
Allie would absolutely hand over the gold for that.
okay.
Hmm.
So you can go ahead and I will make you an item in Roll20 if you so wish, but you will have a drift globe. It is an official D&D item.
Sick.
All right. This
Do you
is
happen
probably
to-
going to come in handy. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you happen to have anything that could protect against Disintegration.
Don't get hit.
Great.
Wait,
Um,
who
no,
disintegrated?
well,
Vicky's not remembering. Sorry.
Rin.
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 Oh. Wait, I forgot about this. Wait,
I
no, there's too much. My characters have too much trauma with that shit. No,
Hey.
I don't like it.
well,
No, it's fine. I forgot.
do have one thing.
Okay.
They move back to this rather large wardrobe-esque shelving unit and open it up and take out a small jewelry box and sit on the counter and open it up. And inside there is this rather thin twist, like braided silver bracelet. This is a bracelet of resistance. It offers you resistance to force damage, which is what that spell entails specifically.
You only have one?
Just the one.
Can it be replicated somehow?
It's a hefty enchantment and takes some number of days to do. Lots of components that are expensive that I don't have right now.
Where can we find them?
Caleb, he hasn't brought them back yet.
What? Amanda's not understanding what you're saying.
Gelthul hasn't brought back the mage.
No, I don't. I want it for you two.
Wait, what? Wait. Sorry.
I want the two bracelets. One bracelet.
Just one.
One bracelet. But
Yeah.
Caleb's trying to figure out if he can make another one.
But were
For
you guys
you-
just suggesting that the person that can do that damage is dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh!
My understanding was the person seeking lichdom was the one who did
I
the
will
disintegrating.
clarify. I will clarify. Stop.
Okay.
That it's not necessarily just a personalized spell. That is
Yeah.
something that mages can do
Okay.
at a certain point.
Then
It
Caleb.
is a common thing. And force damage is also a fairly common
Type of damage, yeah.
utilization. So
So that then Caleb would obviously know that's what you were talking about.
Gotcha.
I would say it's for precautionary measures.
You take it.
We need two though.
I mean, if you really wanted to have full coverage, we'd need 3, but we have 1, so you take
I
it.
don't give a shit about myself. I'm getting it for you guys.
Just put it on.
Sorry, Triss. We'll take the one. Can you please write down or tell me where we can find? How many days? We don't have days.
We can't get more.
And have to work with what we can get, Caleb.
Okay. How much is it, Triss?
we'll call it a loan.
Are you sure?
Just bring it back when you're done.
I'll make sure of it. He takes it. Thank you.
If this is what I think you're doing, this might also be handy. And she goes back to the the same cabinet and pulls out a smaller box. And there's this golden encrusted ring with an emerald set into the center of it. Not as potent as the other one, but it's a ring of resistance.
Great.
It might help you resist against some of the magical effects.
We'll take it too. Sorry, go ahead.
For this one, 500 gold.
Okay. I hand it over, and I also give a little bit of extra, just as a thanks. And then I immediately turn to Ira and Allie, and I give Allie the ring, and I give Yara the bracelet.
Okay, sure.
Allie's definitely hesitant, but she after a few moments she slips it on to her offhand.
Okay.
Yara, you looking for anything?
No. Well, I am looking for information though. I pull out those 3 green shards from before, and I lay them out on Triss's table, and I'm like, "Do you have any idea what these are?"
And
I got them
Shani?
off that body that I left in the in the alley.
It's been a rough
They were
day.
trying to kill us. Shut them in my house.
Bringing in the wares of someone that you just murdered into my shop.
I'm not trying to sell them
You've done
to
it
you.
before, I'm just confirming.
Yeah.
It was self-defense.
Fair. As you watch their eyes flash this luminescent silver as they hold this small piece of crystal up and examine it. Wow. This is some rare stuff that you've found.
Really.
Quite valuable, actually, if you're ever looking to sell it, though it's quite handy. It's called residuum. It takes the place of magical components. It's very potent. It's a
Oh.
very rare mineral to find and refine.
Takes the place as in it can just become anything?
If there's a spell that requires a material cost, it can be utilized as a replacement for it. Here you have roughly 300 golds worth.
Okay. I look down at my wrist. I have 3 pieces of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I give her one. Collateral. Pawn shop vibes.
Oh, okay.
And I'll keep the other 2. See what happens. I'll give you the rest if we get out of if I get out of this if not well I would like to get out of this alive. If I don't use them.
Okay.
One last thing, Triss. Allie places the warhammer on the counter and kind of leans her halberd up against it. Do you have magic versions of either one of those, by any chance?
Oh.
Because, they weren't exactly doing as well as I would have liked them to. Vampires are a little tougher.
Yeah. Fortunately, don't keep anything that big and brooding stocked as she sort of pushes the halberd away from you. But
Fair. Leans it on the shoulder.
and they do turn around and pick up this rather gnarled warhammer, the very dark metal, as though it looks like it was forged from pieces of wrought iron and one end is this almost meat tenderizer,
Yeah.
bruised and spike face, and the other end just has this large armor piercing point that it comes to. Rather nasty, I admit, but I didn't make this one.
Where'd you get it
This
from?
was brought
Your
to
work's
me.
usually a lot
Well,
nicer.
there are many solid enchantments that come from across the sea that I don't ask questions about where or whom it came from.
And you were mad that I brought you dead man crystals?
Touche.
What does it Allie would kind of like test the weight of it a little bit.
Yeah. You
What-
pick it up,
What does it do?
and it is it's cold to the touch as you expect metal to be. But there's this faint hum that runs through it, this almost pulsating feeling that just tingles your hand. It is incredibly light and agile, about a pound head lighter than what your Warhammer is. But looks as though it should be the same mass. And swinging it through the air, there is this very pleasing swishing sound that happens as you are able to very deftly and quickly move this. It is just a +1 enhancement.
Okay. How much for the hammer?
I would offer that to you as a loan, but I'm concerned in the state it'll be brought back.
You should be.
Reasonably so.
400.
Deal. I hand over the gold.
Right.
Do you happen to have any, maybe poisons, per se, that can be... I don't want to dip my
poison.
weapon.
Allie just leans over and nudges you and says, "Excuse me, druid?"
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, but...
You can
Anything
ask
for
me too.
vampire?
Yeah. Caleb, you would know in your research and in your hunting of various individuals of this. Undead are rather resilient to poisons.
God damn it.
Coat
There
your weapon
would-
in holy water.
Garlic.
There, you
Yes.
guys did see holy oil,
Yeah, okay. I'll buy some.
which can be utilized, and when you coat your weapon in that for the next hour, it has an additional +1 to damage against fiend and undead.
Does that stack with my sword?
It does.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take one.
No.
I want one.
Okay.
Thank you, I'll take one. How much is it?
100.
Got it. I give you 150.
How stupid are what you're about to do going to be?
Extremely.
Hopefully not as stupid as it would have been if we didn't have some leads. Have a few.
Please be cautious with what you may or may not find down there. And just remember, you always have backup. If you want to make it back here, gain some forces might not be the worst idea.
We do already have the entire temple at our backs.
And supposedly the Crown Guard, if we can find specifics, will come running.
And I've been known to exterminate a few vermin or two in my time.
You wanna come with? I like give him a little like punch on the
I
arm.
am not walking into the sewers with you people.
Honestly, so fair.
Fair. Are you accessible by rat or bird?
If you find something
I can just call them.
and it happens to be a lot of something, don't be stupid. Please? Okay.
I look at Caleb.
He's kind of staring forward, but he's not nodding. He's not agreeing or disagreeing.
I'll make sure, because I can. Because Dimension Door does not have to be a willing participant. I'll make sure that we're not stupid.
Fuck, yeah, you're so right, though.
So good. Oh, that would piss him off. Amanda loves it.
If all else fails, I will whack him over the head with a hammer.
Okay, well, I kind of need to be conscious for the fight, so maybe don't.
Yeah, but if you're doing something stupid, we're trying to get out of a fight, so I'm keeping that as an option.
Alright, so I will place myself on the opposite end of the battlefield. Thank you, Triss. We appreciate
Dimension Door
your help.
works quickly. That's a threat.
All right, then.
Just for some comedic relief, Edgar's off in the corner, like pecking at something really shiny.
Wait, do you have like I go back to I see him doing that and I'm like, Triss, Triss, do you have like any I'm halfway through this request and I realize that it's dumb. This is Yara still talking. Do you have any bird toys or tiny shiny little things, little pieces of foil that he'd be into? You know what I mean? Little trinkets. People drop people drop keys. You sell them. You got something. Come on. You got something.
There. Certainly. And they walk back to their alchemical station,
Hell yeah.
and you see them with a pair of metal shears cutting off this piece of sheet metal, much thicker than aluminum foil is, as that's rather difficult to actually fabricate without immense magical means or modern technology.
We're
But
learning.
they take this almost gum wrapper sized piece of metal, and you watch as they hold it in their hand and wave their hand across it, casting a spell as the metal begins to fold itself in on itself, almost like origami that is happening as you see this similar visage to that of a raven. A small little folded bird appear out of metal, and actually is in a bit of showmanship, sort of fluffs and moves, and then settles and forms itself back into this solid shape.
Teresa, you outdo yourself. Give me bird. You take my money. Huh?
Quite popular at the birthday parties.
I love Edgar.
Immediately, his feathers like ruffle up at the sound of his name from you, and he's like, "Ah!"
I have
like, slide
something
over to you.
for you.
His
Yeah.
eyes go wide, like sparkly, and he like looks up at you, looks over at Caleb, and then looks back down, and then just like nuzzles your hand, and then starts poking at the thing.
Amazing. Caleb, your bird likes me more than you.
He
While
just
they're-
kind of.
While they're dealing with the bird, Allie just turns to Triss and says, "Thanks." Magic's always been really cool. Just saying. I don't say that nearly enough.
I appreciate that very much.
All right. Are we?
I want to roll a vibe check on that.
Hmm?
I want to roll a vibe check on that. See if you're hitting on Triss.
Ooh.
Okay.
Allie is being perfectly straightforward and honest.
Okay. That doesn't
Is
mean
he
you're not
still-
hitting on someone. You don't have to lie to hit on somebody. Jesus.
What she's doing is saying something very specifically. It's no, that's not what she's doing. Although Iara can pick up on it however she wants, that is not the intent.
Okay.
Okay.
Just curious.
All right. Well, it is now about midday. What do you all do?
Do we want to? Well, okay. So here's I pull you. I mean, we're hanging out in a place where I'm assuming people aren't gonna overhear us. Right. Right now. Can we talk
yeah.
freely? Yeah.
Why not? You could still be in the shop.
Do we? I suppose if there is no sun, it doesn't matter what time of day we go. We don't really get an advantage.
I think it matters a little bit because if we go during the day, any vampire who turns to mist will have limited options for escaping.
Mhm.
If we go at night, Allie taps the pocket where the drift globe is. We'd better have some backup plans to bring daylight where we need it.
I agree.
We should try to lure them out then, shouldn't we? Once we find them. It's a lot easier of a fight if they're 5 feet away from daylight.
I highly doubt Galthul's gonna make it that easy. We can try.
Unless we lure them to us somehow.
We have things he obviously wants.
Right.
It's just, it can't be daylight all the time.
So,
Why we don't plan things hard.
we used to.
Not all the time.
Ugh. Somebody has to be
Intended
the
to work.
leader. We don't have one.
How about this? We rest a little bit, make sure we're going in at full strength, and take things as they come. I can pretty much promise you, so long as I am conscious, I will make sure I have the ability to bring the sun where we need it.
I just don't love the idea of, like, fighting an indeterminate amount of monsters in sewers in the dark that we don't know. But
Neither do I. And I'm the one who can't see in the dark.
so why don't we try to lure them out?
I have it. Yara does the fake book thing again. Shapeshifts as that guy. Tell Galthul that we have an asset.
I don't
And Yara
exactly
and I
love
will-
that
or-
plan.
Keep doing that. Allie and I will be very close by. Out of sight, but very close by.
I can be pretty convincing.
I don't like the idea of you being bait, but it might have to be.
I mean, it sounds
That
kind
way.
of fun. I could be bait. I could be bait. Yeah.
Or can you disguise one of us instead?
I switched myself back to that guy. I'm a big strong man and I can be bait.
Okay, but you can't act like that.
I know.
You know.
But I could do it.
Just want a narrative point about disguise self.
Yeah.
Does not change your voice.
I know.
Oh.
But
Oh, and also,
potential to.
just kidding. I haven't been able to actually do this the whole time. I can't change my species. Apparently.
You can. Wait, what?
It says you can't change to
Disguise
different
self?
species.
Should.
So I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I do have to roll on the wild magic table. I mean, well, I don't, but no, I'm fine.
No, you just can't change your body type. Like you can't become quadrupedal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can be okay.
But you can appear as a humanoid.
Oh, okay. Then I wrote that down wrong.
Yeah, I don't. Unless you're looking at like you're talking about disguise self, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't. Wait, can you or can you change your voice?
I can't. I can't change my voice, but I can
You can't change your voice with disguise self specifically.
take it.
Why don't I do it then? What?
Why would that be better?
He's a guy. I am
Caleb,
also a guy.
I have seen you try to act.
Don't bring that up now.
When is any other better time to bring it up?
Caleb, I'm a
Not now. We don't. No time to regale childhood fun.
I'm currently looking through my spells to see if I can change my voice. I'm assuming. No.
Allie, while you're doing that and looking things up, Allie would walk over to Yara and say, "You want to be bait? Take this," and she pushes the drift globe into your hand as your backup. We'll be nearby, but if all hell breaks loose, use this. But also, if you're going to use this, we should do this tomorrow.
Okay.
Or very early in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, either way works. I'm happy to be bait. Hey, I can just I open my bag. I look. Yeah, I have some stuff to make sure that I can get out fine. So, Mac, you looking at me like that? You gave me the spell. Not get out, but like.
I'm just. Okay.
I'll be fine.
I'm allowed to react.
The DM is emoting.
Oh my
Never
god,
good.
I forgot what this spell does.
It's a
Okay.
good one. Mycelium Enlightenment.
Oh.
Shrooms. Or do you eat shrooms? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we
All right.
fine?
So Allie just kind of. I think Allie would just kind of glance around and say, "So, rest and go at this tomorrow."
Okay.
Do you want me to send a message to Dash?
I mean,
Probably should.
probably it's not a bad idea to have them ready, you know.
Allie's gonna cast Animal Messenger. and call a bird over with a small morsel of food.
Okay.
Edgar's
just-
kind of looking at it.
She describes Kadash, tells the bird where to go, and
I feel like Edgar would be jealous that he wasn't
See.
sent. He's like, I'm right
Hey,
here.
low-key, he's kind of pouting a little bit.
He's like, I'm right here.
I'll give you a snack in a minute. And essentially gives the message: tomorrow morning, South Side sewers, just kind of covers the bases. And says,
Tomorrow morning, Southside sewers. Brunch. You, me.
Brunch? Question mark.
Yes, no,
And
absolutely. Sorry.
and then says, backup would be appreciated.
Okay.
And lets the bird fly off to deliver the message.
All right.
Man, imagine if
I
they're
am
not in the
actually
sewers.
going to. Huh?
I said, imagine if they're not in the sewers.
I'm going to send Edgar to the temple.
Okay.
To let I forgot his name. No, that what I said earlier. Lemon. Lemons. Yes, lemon.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Lemony boy.
It is.
Lemon.
Yeah. So
Get out of here, Hanosh.
Can I call him Lime?
Oh,
Sorry.
Lemonade, my dude.
I'll have a Mountain Dew. There's okay, this is so side railing, but in another campaign
Please.
we play, there's this guy who plays an orc paladin, and he like purposefully like calls everyone by the wrong name. So my character's name is Cyrus, and he calls him Cereal. And he would also there was some special like code word we needed to get into this like secret like underground like thing, and it was like ordering a moon lily or something. Yeah, what is it?
Drop dew.
Right. And he walks up and goes, I want a Mountain Dew. That's how he said it.
I require the Mountain Dew.
That's
It's
great.
amazing. I hope that you guys get to meet them.
Yeah, they're great.
Dear friends of ours.
Yeah. Anyway,
Amazing.
so before Edgar goes though, he would kind of be looking at Allie like side glancing for the snack like.
Allie grins and pulls out a snack for Edgar.
He gets really excited, takes it, and then flies out the. Well, he goes to like go up the hole and then pauses, and then like Caleb opens the door for him.
And what is the message that you're sending to the temple?
Pretty much the same thing. Just that we have more info on Gelful's whereabouts and might require backup.
Okay.
Yeah. At the time. And where.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with all of that being said, and the plan now starting to work in motion, do you all find yourselves back at Yara's apartment for rest?
Oh, oops, yeah, I thought we were already there. My bad.
If we do, I'm going to spend a few hours before I do take my 8-hour long rest, starting to do the repairs using mending.
Okay. I will say in that amount of time, you could probably have repaired the window
Okay.
almost fully. You're missing a few pieces, which is never great, and having to sift through. There are now small bits of other pieces of sand and rubble that are like sort of. You can see them in some of the lines where it has connected in the mending spell, but it is
Oh.
definitely better than just an open window.
It's just like
Best I
lines
could
in the
do.
window that I'll never be able to clean.
There's a couple little specks that you see now that you're like, what the hell? Oh, no, that's just in the glass now.
Yep.
Definitely fixed for the most part, with just a few small gaps where there are pieces missing still.
Thank you for the effort, Ellie.
I'll keep working on it.
You really don't have to.
I think I really do. I'm responsible for some of this.
It's fine. We have to fight at least one and probably a lot of other demonic entities tomorrow. We don't have to worry about my apartment right now.
Well, with the three of you attempting to find rest yet again, we'll pick up there next time.
We are taking turns taking watch.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
Okay, good to know.
He goes, I guess I won't do that. That was kind of what I planned tonight. Well, thank you all for joining us for Dungeons and Dragons here at Astronomy Arcade. It's been a minute, but we're back. It's very exciting. Well, we're kind of back. I mean, we're back, but I'm not back because as far as the rest of the week goes here at Astronomy Arcade, the week is over because I'm trying to get on a plane tomorrow. Hopefully. Oh, boy. But I will return. Actually, Thursday is canceled, as is Monday, because Aiden and I will still be away. So, our next stream will be a D&D stream again. So it'll be next Tuesday. As for housekeeping things, Grant already put all the stuff in chat. You can join the Discord, check out the VODs on YouTube of both this and my gaming streams. I'm playing a game right now called South of Midnight, and I've only gotten 2 episodes in, and since I've got a week off, it's a great time to catch up. It's great. I am just swimming in, like, black magic, like literal, like, black southern ancestral magic stories lately. With South of Midnight and Sinners and the Legendborn series, and I never want to leave. It's so good. Go play South of Midnight. Go watch Sinners. Join me for more South of Midnight next week. It's great. But yeah. Thank you to the people who came and hung out in chat. Mama, I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, if all goes well. V Mandarina, Sig, thanks for popping in, and for everybody who's catching the VOD later or catching us on YouTube, thanks for hanging out. Thank you to my lovely party mates Amanda and Grant for being just the best people ever to play D&D with, and to our lovely game master Grant. Nope, whoop, up, Dungeon Master McKenna. Sorry, I autopiloted.
Identity theft is not a joke, Tim.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm
Do
sorry.
your best Grand impression right now.
There needs to be...
Not that big on impressions, despite the voices that I can do. I don't know how the fuck I can make myself sound like Grant.
There needs to be, maybe at the end of, like... I don't know when. At the end of a season or something, we need to have a bonus episode where we all take on the like each other's player characters.
Oh my god, I'm down. That was so funny. And we roll for who we get.
Yeah.
It has to be randomized.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
Who would we make DM that?
You roll for it.
Be chaotic as shit.
Yeah.
Aiden. No, he hates D&D.
I don't know how you
If
run
this is how you get Aiden to play Dungeons and Dragons, I am so down.
Just for one night.
Or
I'll pay him to do it. Anyway.
I'll do it because I've never run a game. I know all of you have, and I never have. I don't know. I'm not gonna know what I'm doing. But
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you wanna do?
You're the Justin McElroy of our group. You have to run it eventually. But yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to all y'all for being wonderful people to play D&D with. And Mac for weaving such an incredible story. I did it right. Dungeon Master. I think that's about it. It's been a minute since I've done the wrap up, but I think that's it.
That's it.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
We'll see y'all next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.